All right. Hey, Mary, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Amazing, and I'm super, super excited to have you here today. I actually have known you, never actually met you in person, but I've been following you now for years. But I'm super, super excited to kind of get to know you a little bit better and just kind of hear a little bit more about your story. So, Mary, can you share with me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Of
Um,
course.
my name is Mary Hegedusic. I am a home-based travel agent and business coach. That means I book travel for others, earn that already building commission, and I also help others start their own travel businesses.
That is so, so awesome. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. And how long have you actually been in travel?
I started in August of 2019.
August of 2019. And I feel like that's probably around the time that we've connected. And I want to say we connected through moms who have a side hustle. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure that's
so.
where.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you probably recently had joined that group. So that is amazing. And Mary, where are you from? Like, where are you from?
I am from Ohio. I was raised in Norwalk, Ohio,
Awesome.
and I've been in the area pretty much all my life.
Awesome. So you never moved or anything like
Well,
that?
I moved to Connecticut for about 10 years, but you always end up going back home. So
Right.
we're back home.
Got it. Awesome. I'm from the West Coast. Have you been to Vegas? Anything like that?
We have. We went to Vegas a couple years ago. It was our first
Okay.
time.
Awesome.
We stayed at Bally's Las Vegas. I used my agent discount. Um, it I could say I've been there. I don't think I want to go back, but we've been there. We
Got it. You're like,
experienced
it's
it.
not for
So
me. Oh, that's cool. Totally understand. Mary, and I would actually love to hear kind of about the services that you do provide.
okay. So pretty much I can book anywhere all over the world. I've been concentrating on building my team. So I enjoy both sides of the business. You can either be just a travel agent and only book travel and use your personal discounts worldwide, or you can be a sponsor, which is helping others start their own travel businesses. And when I first started, I was only an agent. I started because I wanted to be able to travel with my grandkids affordably. And I didn't want to do products. Products are hard for me to sell. And I just basically started for the benefits. And I ended up booking 4 trips my first week in business, and I fell in love with it. People started asking me how they could start their businesses, and I wasn't a sponsor, so I was just sending them to the person that started me up. And finally, 3 months later, she was like, "You, girl, I'm signing all your people. You just should be a sponsor." So I did. So here I am, and I actually love that part of the business as well. So I'm plugging away, and I enjoy it, and we travel, and yeah.
I'm sure that is probably one of the best businesses ever is having the opportunity to travel and then also travel with people that you like.
Right, right.
That's pretty amazing. And so pretty much you kind of became an entrepreneur on accident. Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
Um, Kinda, yeah. I mean, I guess you shouldn't start a business just for the benefits, but that's what I did, and people just come to you to book. I mean, you post something, and before you know it, you've got clients to you. So it's as easy as that.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure you're very passionate about it.
I am.
I've
I
been,
am.
yeah, and I've been following you for quite a while now, so I see that you're very passionate, which is awesome. And so Mary, like when you first got started and you started, I get it at first, like you brought the person that brought you in 3 referrals, and then you actually decided to start the business. Like what were you looking to achieve when you first got started the business?
Just to travel affordably,
Travel
and
affordably?
yeah, and it has way surpassed what I ever thought it would. I mean, I went from working 3 jobs. I was working 3 jobs when I started, and I had the grandkids 4 days a week. And I mean, everything's done online at my own pace. So I wanted I wanted to learn about Disney, so that's the first thing I did was learn about Disney. And it just started flowing. You know, people were coming to me, and um, I was able to replace one of my jobs. You know, within the first year, I placed one of my jobs. I was diagnosed with, well, I'll tell you what I did. I was a school bus driver, a lunch lady in between, and a barista on the weekends. And then over the summer, one summer I was diagnosed with narcolepsy, a form of narcolepsy, so I couldn't drive school bus anymore. I couldn't hold my CDL. So that's when I started really building my team, and that has replaced my bus driving income. And so I'm still a lunch lady, and I still do the barista thing here and there. But I don't have to work three jobs anymore. So, that wasn't really my goal. I just wanted to travel more. So it
Great.
was
No, and
fun.
yeah, and I'm sure Mary, like you starting something that you actually enjoyed, I'm sure it helped a lot. And when you talked about like, being able to work from home, I totally understand because I have a 7-month old and a 3-year-old.
Right?
So having the opportunity to work from home is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so Mary, I would actually love to know what are some of the challenges that you did face when you first got started?
When I first started, um, we were just getting into the pandemic. So even though I was posting deals, people were still traveling, but not as much.
Hmm.
So to keep my audience intrigued or still interested, I would post like virtual tours and virtual concerts, just stuff on my to keep them interacting with me, to keep their focused. Nobody could go anywhere, nobody wanted to go anywhere. So, that just kind of helped people stay interested in what I do. And it seemed to have worked because they're following me. I have like 5,500 followers now, so they're there.
I can actually, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and show you. I was looking at your page earlier, and I'll go ahead and just show your page if you don't mind, just to
I
show
don't mind.
people. Okay, awesome. And which is awesome. So let me, and I seen like you were like traveling, which is awesome.
Yep,
So let me go ahead.
we went to Disney over the summer, and then during Christmas break, my husband and I went to and we did a day at Disney, and then we drove down to Key West.
Got it. Is Disney, because you keep bringing up Disney, is that one of your favorite locations to go to?
That is one of my favorites. Yep, one of my specialties. I love it.
Yeah, no, I love it too. Is that your kind of your niche of people or locations that you're looking to serve?
Yes, I mean I can book you anywhere in the world, but my specialty is Disney, Universal. A lot. That's a lot of my clients.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just share Mary's screen, and it might look a little. So this is Mary. She has her profile, and as well as her. Mary, can you tell us a little bit about this photo right here? That'd be awesome.
That was at Disney. Um, those are ombre dancers in Animal Kingdom. I took a picture with them, and I love that picture, so I used it to describe my introduction. But they're a lot of fun.
That's. I'm sure. And where is this in Disney? Because I'm sure it's not here in
Animal
America.
Animal Kingdom,
Oh, that's
Animal
pretty
Kingdom at Disney
awesome.
World.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yes, and I'm sure those experiences that you have experienced has been amazing. Um, so when you first, you talked about when you first got started about with COVID. I would love to kind of hear, if you can kind of share with us like an actual struggle that you had, and maybe what people thought you were going through during COVID and what was actually happening, if you don't mind sharing.
Um, I think they thought, um, I think they thought like travel wasn't ever going to come back.
Mhm.
And I have to say that I think I made more during the pandemic than I did pre COVID because people still wanted to travel. They still wanted to do something. They weren't traveling internationally, but they were they were still going somewhere, even if it was just down the street to the hotel down the street, just to get out of the house. Um, so I think I probably struggled more before the pandemic than I did after because you know I don't know. I just think they thought, oh my gosh, travel's never going to come back. We have to do this, we have to do that. But then with all the restrictions, it picked back up for travel agents because nobody knew, what you had to do to go where you wanted to go. So, do you have to wear a mask here? Do you have to get a test? Do you have to have a vaccine? So it kind of picked up after everything started opening back up because nobody knew the rules and regulations.
Got it. That's pretty amazing. And some of the things I would like to talk about today, with our subject being how do you get started with, becoming working with you? Like, how would someone do so?
So you can only start your business through a sponsor. Um, so if you're interested in starting, just reach out to me, message me on my Facebook page. I give you all the information. And you can be either or. You can only book travel and travel as an insider, or you can build a team, which is the other part of the business. There's two separate businesses. Um, Recruiting is not required. So yeah, just reach out to me and I can get you all the information and help you get started. It's
Got
as
it.
easy
And
as
is there
that.
any awesome? Is there any certifications or anything like that that someone needs to get
No,
started?
we provide all your training. Um, I'm with IntelliTravel. You'll have a little bit of training on your IntelliTravel site, and then you're ready to book. But all the vendors have, if you want optional training. So like if you wanted to learn about Disney, you can learn about Disney. If you want to learn about Marriott, you can learn about Marriott. Um, and we also have a private training group on Facebook that you would be added to for any help that you would need with marketing, um, how to look up deals, how to post deals, stuff like that.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. And then what
Yeah.
about cost or anything like that? Just someone know or
Yep. So to start your travel agent business, it's a one-time payment of $179.95, and then $39.95 a month to stay active. If you want
awesome.
to add the sponsor business, that's where you help others start their own travel businesses. That one's $19.95 to start, and then $19.95 a month thereafter.
Awesome. Anytime you get into business, of course, there's going to be fees involved with it. So,
Right. And
um,
I mean, even going to work, you have fees. You have to pay for gas. You have to pay for work shoes. Whatever you may need, uniforms. So there's an investment in everything that you do. But
of course.
why not invest
And
in
you,
yourself?
right, might as
So
well if you're going to
right.
do it. And so, Mary, that's pretty much our interview today. Is there anything that you would like to add for, maybe even for a mom who's possibly looking to get started in business? Like, what's a tip for the travel industry that you would share with a mom who's looking to get started?
I think no matter what business it is, um, consistency and showing up for yourself and your business is crucial. I mean, all the businesses give you tools to use. Um, you just have to be willing to show up and use them. So, yeah, that don't be afraid to invest in yourself. You know, that that's huge. And if you put in the work, it'll come.
Okay, awesome. Yes, and I totally agree with you, Mary. That's very true. And thank you so much for joining us today. Today's interview was a lot of great information, and we do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, so it's live.